Welcome to the Onyx Path News. 'Tis I once again, Matthew Dawkins, here returning to my regularly scheduled slot. Travis Legg dutifully stood in for me during my absence last Monday, as he so often does. Thank you very much, Travis. Very much appreciated. And I have returned to speak to you about the latest releases at Onyx Path Publishing. We have got 4 big projects to talk about. Project number 1, With Great Power, a highly sought-after sourcebook for Trinity Continuum Aberrant. Yes, this book has been lusted after, desired for a very long time. There has been a lot of discussion about it in the build-up to its release, and I am so happy to say that it is now available in print on demand. This is a big book of player and story guide options. New alliances, new ways to create your characters, all kinds of funky material to be found within. I spoke about With Great Power at length when we released it in PDF. Well, it is now available in print on demand as well. So if you are a hard copy RPG fan, like I am, With Great Power is now available for you to buy in print on demand. Please do so. Remember, Drive-Thru RPG's print on demand service now is an excellent quality. If the last time you ordered a game in print on demand was 10 years ago, I can tell you that the quality has shot up, especially if you go for the premium quality book. Now, book number 2. Well, books number 2, 3, and 4 were all major releases when they were first released. Well, we have re-released them. Re-released them with revisions. That's right, the revised versions of the Trinity Continuum Core, Trinity Continuum Aeon, and Scion Origin, those are our other 3 books, have all now been released on Drive-Thru RPG with lots of changes, quality of life changes, most of all, a few rules tweaks here and there, but basically applying a lot of the things we've learned in the time since those games releases to each of them to make the games even better for you. So we did launch a crowdfunding campaign for all of these a while back now, and now it is, now that all of them are available on Drive-Thru RPG for you to buy in their amended form. I will make sure there are links to all of these books in the video description below so you can find them easily. You don't want to miss out. This will hopefully streamline your games, make sure they run even better, and provide you with even more ideas. One other thing I wanted to talk about that I know Travis spoke about in the last Onyx Path news, but I feel like I should really spend a bit of time on it myself, is Lost City of the Oracle's Amulet. Now, this is a book that was very specially made because the authors are all under 16. Hell, they're all under 13. They are all between the ages of 9 and 11. I would say 10 and 11, I think, all of them. I visited a local school a few months ago as a guest author to speak to children about getting into writing and the fun of creative writing, that kind of thing. And the visit went so well that I was then invited to go back again, speak specifically about designing games. And it turned out that so many of these children were already role players, mostly Dungeons and Dragons, as you'd imagine, 10 and 11-year-olds playing Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't know role players started so early, and yet they were really fascinated with They Came from the Cyclops' Cave because they had been studying Greek mythology at school. And so I spoke to Rich Thomas, our creative director at Onyx Path, and I spoke to the teachers at the school, and everyone decided it was a great idea to get these children's ideas together, release them in a book, a full-blown adventure. So what I did was basically bring all of the children together, the children who were interested in this project, the numbers somewhere around 30, and divided them into 4 groups. So we have our adventure writer, we have our story hook writers, we have our fiction writers, and we have our monster writers. So that's 4 different groups, and they were all to come up with their ideas, write them down, and in fact I've got some of the paperwork here. These are just some of the ideas. I mean, this is only part of the plans they gave me. But yeah, there was a lot of material for me to sift through. But they came up with such fantastic ideas. It was absolutely wonderful to get to witness childish imagination applied to role-playing games. You can easily, I think, discount children as, well, as stupid, and quite often they're not. They can come up with genuinely inspired ideas, and when they're not genuinely inspired and they are derivative, we can file the serial numbers off a little. And so we got all of their ideas. They submitted them to me. I went back into school, I collected them, we spoke about what the book would look like, and I took them away. And then in my role as a developer, I put it all together, framed it as Lost City of the Oracle's Amulet, a game entirely written by children. And now you can buy it. You can buy it in PDF. Very soon you'll be able to buy it in print on demand. What's more, it is a pay-what-you-want product. Now, this means you can pay what you want. You can pay everything from nothing to everything. And there's a good reason for that. For one thing, we only ever wanted to, I guess, make back cost, essentially, what we paid for going into this. This isn't a profitable enterprise, and therefore you can choose how much you pay for it. But also, you know, it helps it go up in the Drive-Thru RPG badge ratings if you pay even $1 towards it, so do consider doing that. What I would really love is that anyone who has picked up Lost City of the Oracle's Amulet leaves a rating and a review. I know I hammer on about the ratings and reviews in every single Onyx Path news, but my reason for this one isn't to do with sales, although they're always good. It's because if you leave a review and a rating, some of these child authors in a month, in a year, 2 years, 10, if they remember this project, and I imagine some of them will, because they will very soon be getting hard copies of the books they created. I'll be going into school and doing a big presentation there. They may look up to see what other people thought of their work. And I think, as an act of kindness, of compassion, it is a genuinely good book. But a really nice thing for all of you to do, if you picked up a copy of Lost City of the Oracle's Amulet, is go on Drive-Thru RPG, leave a rating, leave a review. Let these children see that other people are reading their work and enjoying it. I think it would make such a fantastic, positive feeling for these child authors to see that. So if you have the opportunity to do that, please consider doing so. It won't take you very long at all, and you might make a child's day, which is not to be a discounted experience. Anyway, that's where I am. So, with great power, Trinity Continuum Core, Trinity Continuum Aeon, Scion, and Lost City of the Oracle's Amulet. So I started out with 4, I've escalated to 5. Before I go on to even more, well, there is number 6, and this is Exalted Essence Player's Guide. Our crowdfunding campaign has very nearly concluded, and my goodness, it shot up over, I think it was the weekend, it might have been Friday, but yeah, all of a sudden it went vroom, and we got a massive backer train. Clearly word got out somewhere about this campaign, because there was an injection of adrenaline into the campaign, and loads of new people came on board. And it may well be because we have almost, I think, completed releasing all of the charms in this manuscript. Now, I know charms are a massive sale point for the people who love Exalted, and Exalted Essence is no different. The feedback we've been getting is so positive. So many people have loved what we put out for the Exalted Essence Player's Guide. And as a player's resource, this is suitable for absolutely anybody at the table. Whether you're a storyteller or a player, you have so many new options in this book. And I really do recommend you check it out. Once again, it will be video linked, or I should say it will be linked in the video description below. So you can get on board the crowdfunding campaign before it concludes. I would love it if you did, because we keep hitting stretch goals, and the more we fund before the campaign ends, the more stretch goals we will unlock. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.